Hello. All right, so I got the Moto Camp test run done. Figured I'd tell you guys about it. It was a nice trip. It was one night, about an hour and a half ride. So I got to test out the bike. I got to test out all the gear, the tent. Everything I got's new. I'm not a camper, just starting out on this. So I know I needed to do like one test run just to make sure everything worked, to make sure I wasn't forgetting anything. I have a habit of making stupid mistakes, so I figured I would make that on the one night test run and not on the big 3-day trip and you know, really mess myself up for three days. So the bike did great. It was a little crammed. It's a Honda ADV-150, so it's got some under seat storage. It's a scooter. It does not have side bags or panniers, so I had to strap some stuff to the sides, had some stuff on the passenger seat. I got the top box. It was a little tight, but I got everything in. I could have used some more space for water or just anything extra that I picked up along the way. I didn't have any extra space. So I wanted to pick up a steak on the way there, and I couldn't even, like, I'm riding there and I'm thinking if I even buy something at the grocery store, I'm not going to have any room to put it. So next time I'm going to bring a backpack or just maybe strap the stuff a little bit differently on here to free up some space inside the boxes. I'll figure something out. I'll probably do a video on that just to show you what kind of changes I made. But yeah, the bike did great. It was, for the most part, comfortable. The seat was, the seats started to hurt after a little while, so I'm gonna probably pick up a pad for the seat. But yeah, kept up with traffic just fine. It was, it's a nice ride, man. If anybody's on the fence about getting a bike, get one. The ride was, of the whole trip, the ride was the fun part. Like, camping's cool and all, but the ride there and the ride back and all the little places you can explore during the trip are really what makes it. So, so yeah, if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence at all, just do it, man. It was a good time. I got there and needed to find a spot to set up the tent, which I've heard could be a pain, and it was. Like, finding a good flat area without a lot of brush and stuff to put the tent on took a little while. I meandered around for like 20 minutes to try to find something. So eventually I found a spot for the tent, got that set up. I tried to test out everything that I bought. So I got like a saw and a shovel and the tent and the tarp, sleeping mat, sleeping bag. Everything I got was, or a lot of the stuff I got was used or on Amazon. So it's not the highest quality stuff. So I wanted to find out what was good and what wasn't. The chair, a $10 chair that I got at Cabela's, I would not recommend. It had no back, so that was not good. So I'm gonna pick up a better chair. And then the sleeping mat was a little thin, so I'm going to try something else with the sleeping mat, either putting something else under it, or I'm going to have to do something. So I was thinking about possibly bringing a hammock just to try that out, even though I'd prefer to sleep in the tent just because, like, you got walls around you made of canvas, feel a little bit more secure in a tent, but it was so uncomfortable. So between the bike seat and the chair that sucked, and then the sleeping mat, which was terrible, I was uncomfortable the whole time. So for the most part, but it worked out. So as far as what I'm going to bring next time that I didn't bring this time, first I forgot coffee, which was, I don't even understand how I did that. I'm going to make a list for the big trip, like an actual either a spreadsheet or a checklist, something so that I don't forget anything. Because forgetting coffee, and I didn't even realize it until the next morning, forgetting coffee was a big whoopsie. But I'm going to bring a backpack next time. My buddy had mentioned that I should bring a soft cooler that doesn't take up any space or any weight once it's folded up. And that way I'd have a place to put stuff and transport stuff. Because you got a bike. When you're going moto camping, you have a motorcycle. So you can, or a scooter. So you can leave the campsite, go pick some stuff up and come back, and it's not really a big deal. Even if it's a little distance away, it's like, that's the whole thing, it's the ride. So I'm gonna bring a backpack and I'll put the cooler in it. I'm gonna bring a real pillow. I had one of those inflatable pillows and that thing was awful. So I'm going to bring a real, just a miniature pillow that we've got for the kids. So I'll bring that. And I'm going to bring a hammock. I'll stuff that all in the backpack, the soft cooler, which isn't going to be much on my back. And then at least that way I'll have some stuff, some other options. So, but yeah, the checklist is really important. I don't want to forget anything next time. I keep everything in a tote so that I don't forget stuff, but I didn't have coffee in the tote. So one thing I discovered is packing up and setting up camp is not that much fun. So I was planning on doing a 3-day trip where I ride so far, make camp, ride farther, make another camp, and just get as far away as I possibly can. But I think I'm going to reconsider and just make one campsite and kind of branch out, because I don't want to have to tear down and reset up camp, and I don't want to have to ride around with all that stuff on the bike. So that's one big change I'm going to make. So, you know, again, the test run, that's kind of where you find that stuff out. So I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did the little test run. I'm going to, again, change how I pack things up. I'll go through a gear list with everybody on another video. So I'll show you exactly what I brought, what I should have brought, and what I'm going to bring next time. So we'll go through all that stuff, and then kind of map out the next trip. And I'll probably take some videos of the next trip. So if you want to watch them, keep an eye out for them. And I'll probably do a review on the scooter. Again, the bike did awesome. The seat was a little uncomfortable, so I'll get a pad for that. But otherwise, I've got really no complaints, other than it'd be nice to have some side bags for some extra space. But you can definitely make it work, even with this. Like, you know, 150cc, use what you got. If you got something, figure out how to make it work and make it work. It was a good time. So I highly recommend. So, so yeah, thanks for all you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.